Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. I've got HireUA client Max, who has hired 2 email marketer project managers from us. He runs an e-commerce email marketing agency. Thank you for taking the time to come on today, man. Appreciate it.
What's up, bro? And thank you for having me on.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Argentina. I know you're having a good time down there. So kind of rewind the clock. I think it was about October of last year. We're recording this on Halloween 2023. You came to me needing kind of a Klaviyo email marketing project manager, and you ended up hiring Anastasia. It's been over a year now. You've executed a full buyout of her contract. What's it been like working with her in a nutshell?
Yeah, no, she has really evolved into, 10 out of 10 perfect employee, which, I mean, you can't really do much better than that. Like, when I first hired her, you basically, so I was originally looking for a copywriter, and then I talked to you. You're like an expert of hiring, so you're like, based on your situation, I would recommend a project manager who has a background in marketing instead, right? So I went with that because I'm like, what the do I know? I don't even know what I'm looking for, really. I went with that, and it played out perfectly. Like, she didn't necessarily have all of the, she didn't come out of the box ready to go, with all the necessary skills, but most of that was trainable, like the specific Klaviyo platform, etc. And yeah,
It's been a while. I'm trying to remember these conversations. I said, it's been a while. I'm trying to remember this conversation where we talked about this, but it's been, we've signed probably over 200 clients since then. So I've kind of lost track of some of it, but I think I also remember advising you, like, this girl's really good too, if I'm not mistaken, because I think you were torn between a couple.
Yeah, I was torn between this. It was Anastasia and this one dude who was like super technically and analytically sound. Like, I could just tell by talking to him, but like personality wise, it was kind of just like boring. And I asked you too, because like emotionally I wanted to go with Anastasia because I liked her better. She seemed more interesting, etc. Had more personality. I got along better with her. But this dude, logically in my head, I'm like, I should go with him because he has the skills, even though I don't like him as much, So I asked you, and then you're like, honestly, I wouldn't underrate the culture fit aspect, and so I went with her, and it played out perfectly. I don't know how that other dude would have done, but Anastasia has turned into a 10 out of 10 situation. So it's like, what more could you ask for? I mean, played out amazingly. So,
and I've had multiple people come to me that run similar businesses to you, and they're like, we want someone like Max has. Like, literally, she's like the prime example that other e-com agencies use now. Like, I've had 3 to 5 people I can name off the top of my head. Like, we want someone like her that Max has. I don't know if she's talked to them or if you've just said so much about her, but she's like golden star, golden child of email marketing, it seems. So what is she doing in your business these days?
Oh, okay. So she does like most of the client work in terms of, just tying everything together. Like, we have a whole process of, all right, we need these, she manages which tasks for which clients, and then she just assigns it to copywriter, proofreader, designer, all of these different stages until and she does this in batches. And now we're at a stage where she just like churns out like emails that are like 10 out of 10 in batches of like 5 to 8 at a time, sends it to me for my sort of like last minute review. Because, I mean, small things do occasionally slip through, so I have to like see them. But yeah, she just sends it to me. And it's so funny. I'll like look at them, and at first I'm like, oh God, I gotta like read through 80 emails at a time. But then I like think about it. I'm like, damn, like I used to spend so much time per email doing it myself before I hired anybody, and they were nowhere near as good as this. So it's this kind of cool feeling of satisfaction where you see all this like 10 out of 10 work being done. It's like, I didn't even touch this stuff. You just train people and you put the right people in place, and they all work together. I could like go into my Slack and see everybody like collaborating and stuff. I feel like a modern day kind of factory owner, where I just walk into the factory and now you see all the people, creating some stuff like a modern day Henry Ford or some. And then I just see the product. I'm like, ooh, that is good. And I didn't even touch it. So
you didn't even do anything. Good. Yeah, it's no better feeling than when you put the right people in place and they're executing what you need done, and you're totally hands off. What was the process like? You have another hire now. We're not going to go into too much detail because she's still extremely new, so we can't really talk as much about what she's done. But the process was recent. It was just about a month or so ago, I think. So what was it like working with the HireUA team second time around, as far as just the process, the speed, the interviews, etc.?
Yeah, it's dope. Your guys' team and process is very professional. I pretty much just go in, pretty much outsource the whole hiring process to you guys, because personally, I hate this whole process of like, where do I find good talent? Like, do I go on Upwork or do I go on Twitter or whatever? Like, I'll still go on Twitter to like hire designers and stuff, but like for people who need to actually have like good skill level of stuff, like they have a higher level of responsibility, more complex task, if you will. I don't know. I'd rather just go to somebody who just hires people, as a profession. So you guys have done that. You guys give me tons of of high quality talents, I tell you pretty much what I'm looking for. And then most of the people that you guys send me are like a potential match. Maybe not like 100%, but like most of them are around 80%. It's like, yeah, like if they sent me like this one person, I had to work with them, like it would work. But you know, I'm always looking for that 10 out of 10 fit, you know what I mean? Because when you do get them, it's like, ooh, you know, you get that
real good. You're like Henry Ford.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, it's good. And they do better than me without me having to be involved. Like that is the ideal scenario, you know what I mean? So yeah, the process was, it's really good. You guys listen to my feedback, give me people who, you know, meet most of the requirements, and I basically just interview them and choose them.
Excellent. Well, Mr. Henry Ford, we appreciate your time today. Do you want to talk about where people can find you on Twitter and social media and your website?
Yeah, so find me on Twitter. That's my main platform. My handle is Max_Alexander with 2 X's. And then website, SkyroDigital.com. And yeah, that's basically it.
Excellent. Yeah, so if you're an e-commerce brand looking for some great email marketing, Max and Anastasia and the rest of the team are where you should definitely go. Thank you, Mr. Henry Ford. I appreciate the time today, man. And have fun down there. Stay in touch. Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, bro.
Cheers.